truly a big game. And they play for an axe, that annual contest to see which of these Bay Area schools will reign supreme. And after today, only one will be standing tall like a tree or chopping away at one. The Golden Bears will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wiggins. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Stanford's offense will have the football first. Harvest was bountiful on the farm the last time these two teams met as Stanford won in a blowout.
Beat down. And Cal remembers that. Stanford took advantage of it. They had the trophy, the Axe Trophy, for the whole year. They got to brag about it. They got to brag about how big of a beatdown this was. And everybody heard about it for a whole year.
Yeah, Stanford was just up and down the field last season. It was like John Elway was back there throwing seeds all over the yard. Obviously, no John Elway on the field this year for Stanford, but Cal's defense knows it has got to do a better job this time around if they're going to win the big game.
They'll run play action. Might be looking to run. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Gashing the knee on the right. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys in the perimeter.
Breaks into the open. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him.
Makes the grab past the marker. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Stanford!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
The Golden Bears offense will go to work for the first time today. Complete. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. We've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Sets up the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Golden Bears will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Fires downfield. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. The give to the back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the break, and it is Stanford holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll try the run. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Stanford gets set to snap it on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Into the end zone he goes.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window.
There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Rushes on him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to run it. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
From the gun, running back gets the give. This rivalry dates back to 1892, a mere 90 years before perhaps the most memorable play in college football history as Cal ran through the band on the field.
And that's a play they'll be talking about for another 250 years, no doubt. It's sort of synonymous with this rivalry between...
Turning it on! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. The sweet feet buy a little time. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Buys a little time. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate.
Big guy tries to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, massive expectations when the axe is on the line, and through 2 quarters, Cal and Stanford have not disappointed.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Golden Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. This offense has it with really good field position. They go to the ground. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Golden Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Touchdown, Cardinal! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Cal! Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
31, Cal 7.
And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive... Here would keep it a comfortable lead. Give to the running back. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. There's always one thing sure to get the juices flowing for the Cardinal and the sturdy Golden Bears, and that's anything to do with the axe, guys.
Yeah, and the trophy games are fun. It's not a real axe, by the way. It's kind of a trophy with an axe on it. But this means something to them. It means something to the fans. All the pranks, all the history behind it, Paul.
Yeah, it's really actually more of a plaque, which is interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter what the records are between these two teams, Stanford and Cal. It comes down to this game. This is bragging rights, not just today, but for the rest of the year.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They think there's room to run to the right here.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Golden Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. receiver. Dropping back, it's Owens. Looking for space to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try it over the left side. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Finding an escape route. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass.
And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with it?
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Snagged out of the air. They'll immediately call timeout. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee. And
looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast. Down 2 possessions as the clock keeps winding down.